The writing on the sky. Trust Jesus. Trust Jesus. Jesus was a great man who came, a time traveler, came to warn us about the times. Back then, the Orthodox were running the show. No different than they are now. Species from another planet that have been trying to dumb us down for centuries. Why do we fall for it? Why do we continue? Be passive little sheeples, allowing them to poison our skies, to poison our water, our food supply, to continue to make us sick. Your body has the ability to make itself well. You just stay out of its way and stop polluting it. This is the reason I created this Garden of Eden and will continue to do more and more with it so that I can feed myself and my wife and those around me are welcome as I have the surplus coming in so that they could feed their soul, so they could see the truth, the light, the way, so they could hear the message that man once came to say. But to worship an idol, a person that came 2,000 years ago, and live your entire life based on how much this person loves you and that you're born again, that's ridiculous, because that solves nothing. They created that whole concept to keep you tamed, to keep you with hope and wishing and praying and waiting for this man to return who said, I will return quickly, according to them 2,000 years ago. Look, you're all entitled to your beliefs. That's what makes this world go round. No two individuals are alike. We are creator gods, creating our world, our reality, making our stories. But you know, folks, the time to realize what is being done to our earth, to you, to your children, is now. These individuals are getting ready to close up shop. They've used us, abused us, done what they wanted to do with us during these times. We have been a prison planet, a resource planet for them, power plants, and they've played us well. It takes time to unveil the veil, to realize these things. It takes time to get rid of all that poison and all that numbing agent they have put in you, or enticed you to put it in yourself. Once you eat so-called forbidden fruit, which is what they've been trying to get you not to do from the beginning of time, to keep you dumbed down. That's why I say the Bible is the devil's tool. They have tricked you into believing that your Creator has given you the message in this little book. Your Creator speaks to you through your heart. Why would your Creator allow His message to be placed in the biggest clown of life, which is the Bible? Because your Creator knows the heart of mankind and what mankind does with everything, from religion to politics, to the fitness movement, to the raw movement. We corrupt everything. We make everything to our need. And the need is to control others, because that's the ego that's taking in the egotistical stuff that floats inside your head and wants to be greater than others, and love and fame and fortune, and gets people to get on an airplane. If you can see this, I don't know if you can see, because I can't zoom it back in, or else I'll have to turn the camera off, because this is not a, this is my picture camera. But to write things on the sky, to get you programmed to believe certain things, this is what I believe in. I put a seed in the ground, something grows. A plant matures and gives you flowers, then gives you fruit. This is what I believe in. Mother Earth and her potential, the life that's teeming on this planet. That is pure love. You take care of them, they take care of you. We're all one, connected. Every single cell of that plant is within me, as I am within them, as they are within you. This is true life. This is the truth, not some fairy tale written crap by some men years ago to control you. It seems that many of us are waking up. I went on this spiritual journey back in 2008 where I got rid of all my things and whatever I could fit in the back of a pickup truck. That's all I took and my wife, and headed southwest, not knowing where I was going. You can find those videos on my playlist called The New Beginning. And there's around 19 episodes that I made, the vlogging of my journey. Since then, I've learned a lot. I've become in touch with my higher self, which you too have. We all have this higher self. This world, this reality that they've painted, it's all warped, and it's not what you think it is. I highly suggest you guys watch the movie They Live, I think it is. I'll put the link down below so you can check it out. It's an old sci-fi movie. And the messages are all there. It's amazing. You know, these religious people, they've been battling since the beginning of time. Catholic, Christian, Buddhist, Baptist. Hey, there's one God, but there's all these different belief systems. And why do you think that is? Because man, ego get in the way. They're not listening to the message that's being given to them in their hearts. They're listening to everybody else and trying to undo everybody else. In the meantime, we're killing each other, destroying this planet. This planet was once a beautiful Garden of Eden. Everything you needed was there. You didn't have to slave over a factory 9, 10, 12 hours a day like you do now. Because now, you're not working for yourself. You're working for this whole enslavement of having to pay bills and your cars and the taxes and all this crap that you have at home that you don't need. When in reality, we all should have our piece of land. It's our right. We were born on this planet. We shouldn't have to pay Mr. Bossman, Mr. Taxman, government, anybody, anything. This is ours. And we should take it back. But without violence. First, heal ourselves so we remove this greed, this hatred, this guilt, these things that we have created in our mind. And the best way to do that, my brothers and sisters, is to go clean. Clean the way you eat, clean the way you sleep, clean the way you do things in life. And I'm not talking about, sinning and such, this, that, and the other, because there's no such thing as sin. We're here in this playground to evolve and learn and grow as spirit beings. Always remember your spirit's having a human experience. And how can you have a human experience if you don't follow the maze and do the different things that this world has to offer? I tell you, we have to do something and do it now. Time is ticking. Time is ticking, and I know all these people are trying to find the right path by writing things on the sky, because they don't know any better. Trust Jesus, God. How many of us have been trusting Jesus, God, for centuries? Nothing ever changes. You got to think about that now. You got to think that if things were the way people say they are, and if the Bible was correct, would you not think by now that all this Do you think our God is a masochist? Assholes sitting there and enjoying us suffering? Children dying for no reason? No. You know why nothing's being done? Because he's not going to do a thing. The God that you believe in is not what you think it is. It's an energy force that has created the entire universe. We are only but a speck of dust in this wide, vast majority of electrical components and things that I have no words for. So, religious, arrogant folks that think that, oh, we are the center of the universe. No, we're not. What you got to do is start listening to your inner voice and stop allowing these other species that have come and taken over this planet to create the fairy tales of lies. They have messed with our DNA. They have messed with us. And the time to realize who you are, wake up, and change is now. Yes, now. I'm talking to you, all of you. All in your little dramas and your little petty and pity party and violent of life, that if you're transgender, woe is me, that if you're black, woe is me, that if you're whatever it is that you are. You create your story and you sit there with your violin and me, and I, poor, and this, that, and the other. No. See, they do that to keep you away from the real focus. Look inside your heart. Take some time to realize who you are and why you're here and what you need to do. I don't have all the answers, but I do know one thing. Things ain't right, and we can't continue this stupidity. Because if we don't stop, we're not going to have a planet. We're not going to evolve the way that we need to evolve, because they're trying to keep us here because they like it the way it is. Us being slaves, they're being the programmers. And if you don't believe me, and I don't expect you to, because I need you to do your own research, and it's out there, it's plain as day. I'm not some nutter's conspiracy theorist, as many of you probably think. I've traveled the road, was traveled back and forth. I've lived my life as both gender. I've slept in my car in the middle of nowhere, just a few things in the back of my truck, not knowing what was going to happen next. But I did that to wake up the inner me, to reach up that connection with the higher self that we all have, and not just believe in some oogie boogie man and follow the Bible and crap that they try to teach us from the time we're small. There's more to life, people, than meets the eye. More to life. And yes, it's a lot about love, but love is not the only thing. That's another new agey thing. Oh, it's all about love. We're all one. It's all good. That's another load of BS. We live in a planet that has duality. And we're here to learn from both of those duality and experience both duality. I don't have all the answers. We all connect and think, meditating in our heart space, not outside of your heart. I guarantee we'll find things that need this, like right there. We'll almost have it. So you need to wake up your neighbors, wake up everybody you possibly can. Start eating real food so that you get that connection. Stop hating on one another. But it's not to the extreme of start loving everybody because of the way they are or whatever else. No, just go into that heart space and listen what you have to do. Sometimes you have to yell. Sometimes you have to cry. Sometimes you have to laugh. Love weapon against you, and that's what they're doing with the New Age movements. You got to be careful. You got to keep all eyes open, all feelers open. All right, folks. I'm getting ready to eat breakfast. Just came out to check out my plants. We had a horrific rainstorm the other day, but it seems to have done a world of good. They look nice and perky and nice and green. Everyone's doing well. I am grateful for the ability to be able to grow my own food. Something I am learning as I go along, because I've never done this. So if I can do it, you can do it. stop eating that crap that's demeaning you, that's poisoning you, that's dumbing you down, that's making you sick. The food in the grocery store is not food. You have to go to your local farmers or farmers market. Yeah, it costs a little bit more. You know, even if you don't do it that way, start just by eating the fruits and vegetables, even if it's a conventional at first. And then you work your way up. Like, I go to Costco because, you know, hey, it's expensive to eat this way. But I go to Costco and I try to get the organic stuff as much as they have, and whatever I can get organic, because the other's very expensive, you know, I try to get conventional. Eventually, as I start growing my own thing, I won't even go to the store. And that's the plan. Alright, guys. Losing lots of hair in the body from lack of testosterone now since October, March, April, May. It's going on 7 months off teeth. Energized. No problem. And it's also how you see things, your mind. Mind is a very powerful thing. It can make you or it can break you. Alright, guys, if you have any questions about what I just talked about, please feel free to email me, markangelocummings@yahoo.com, or just post a little comment below. Like the video, spread the word out, you know, let's help each other out. I'm not selling you anything. That's one thing I can't stand about this raw movement. It's constantly selling you something, some book, some DVD, some gadget, some pill, powder, you name it. Oh, man, you can't. You can't. Health is ours for the taking. Whoever tries to sell you something, they are there, not with good intentions. I made a CD a while back. I put it out there. I don't push that stuff on anybody. If you guys want to listen to my music and support me, that's great. But I don't just come here and talk about my music. I come here and talk to you guys about all sorts of things. Well, I'm out of here. I'm getting hungry. Time to eat my fruits and sweet leaves. Alright, guys. You know what comes next. I love you. I love you so much, but remember to love yourselves too. Have a good one.